How's everybody doing? I'm Andy Dick. This is our tiny little show. It couldn't be any smaller. If it was any smaller, it would be microscopic, growing in a petri dish. It'd be like mold. Our show is a little bit like mold in that if we do cultivate it in the proper way, it can kill AIDS. Does that make any sense? In my brain it does, because I think there is a cure for AIDS, and that cure for AIDS is me. I am walking AIDS. I'm obviously kidding. I don't have HIV or AIDS, but Charlie Sheen does. Charlie Sheen, I was thinking his new hashtag should be hashtag either HIVing, hashtag HIVing, but then you'd have to have two V's. So basically it's hashtag hiving or hashtag HIVing or just hashtag AIDSing, because he ain't hashtag winning anymore. For a long time I was very jealous of him. He was partying like the rock star that he was. He had tiger's blood and Adonis milk shooting out of his penis, or however he phrased it. And he was just fucking everybody and everything. And I guess he finally fucked AIDS and got AIDS. I'm sorry, he doesn't have AIDS. And by the way, everybody knows that Charlie Sheen is a friend of mine and I love him. And I feel bad that he has AIDS, and he might have gotten AIDS from sharing needles. We don't know. With my long dong, I could get AIDS by going, urinating in a urinal that's positioned too high up, and my dick is just dangling in the water, and some of that fucking AIDS urinal water the AIDS germ could crawl right up my dick hole. Then I'd get AIDS. God, now you're going over. Hi, welcome to the show. I'd like to introduce the cast, if you will. To my left, good friend. Last episode, he was a great friend. It's diminishing. Greta, AKA Greg Furman. People know him as Greta, the great cabler enabler. And then the Bobby Jones Orchestra, headed by, here comes a good chord cue for you, headed by the great Bobby Jones. Now, as the orchestra director, because you direct the orchestra, and not only do you direct the orchestra, but then you take the direction from the director of the orchestra. So you're directing yourself. So you can give yourself a real nice. I'm not really a musical type. I can't play an instrument, but I'm thinking like if it was me, it would be. And then we have from the Bobby Jones Orchestra, the great Bobby Jones. Da 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 da. Wow wow.
Why don't you just do it yourself?
Because I don't have a guitar and I don't know how to play.
But you want what you're thinking.
I'm just giving him an example of.
That's like pretty hard to like know what you want when you want it.
Oh, what? It doesn't have to be my notes. I'm just giving you the length.
Work on it.
No. Yeah, you work on it right now if you don't mind.
So it's the length?
Hi. The Bobby Jones Orchestra, headed by the. Wait, hang on a minute. Didn't even say your name yet. And we also have, luckily, because you get what you pay for, the Bobby Jones Orchestra, headed by the phenomenal Bobby Jones himself. Exactly. God, that's, okay, well, half that length and it's just fucking, or keep going. Either way, it's way better than one chord. You deserve more than one chord. You're the whole fucking orchestra. Don't you think, Greg?
I think this
And
apple's delicious.
I was going to say, you deserve more than an apple. Just for the people just tuning in, Bobby Jones is a rockin' name, by the way. It's his real name, too. And for the people just tuning in, Greg has not eaten one thing all day. Well, no, that's not true anymore. He's eaten half an apple.
I'm eating a whole apple. Bobby Jones apple. Apple by Bobby Jones. Thank you.
Wait.
I support the orchestra.
So Bobby Jones, the leader of the orchestra, is now doling out bits of scraps of food to the cast. And I didn't get shit. You know, I still haven't eaten all day.
Well, at least somebody cares to
It's
feed.
10 o'clock. It's almost 11 o'clock, and I still haven't eaten, though.
Need-based catering.
It doesn't. It's not
Thank
that.
you. It
It's
is
not that I
need-based
don't
catering.
care. I didn't eat, so I guess I don't care about myself.
Uh-huh.
That's disgusting. I don't want to. I don't want to eat #hiving
It's just a fruit. It's an apple.
as you are, and you have the
I'm a
HIV.
fruit.
You have a bad case of the HIVs.
Wow.
You and TJ.
Oh,
TJ.
no, you're right.
Can we say
I must.
hi?
I shook your hand this morning, so.
Can we please say hi to TJ, trying to keep it together over there? Hi, look at how handsome he is. You're telling me you don't climb on that every night?
Only in my wildest dreams.
God, you guys are just... Look, somebody just said they can see the AIDS on the apple from there.
Good.
Okay. Yes, you have a question. Go ahead, Pamela D. Bailey. What is it? Pamela D. Oh, now they're coming like fucking flapjacks. Pamela D. Bailey. Can you see?
Coming like flapjacks?
I don't know. No, I do not have HIV. Can you see? Do you have to do that? Or do you have to do that lean in thing? Can you like not do that?
Oh, I guess I don't have to. When I have my
Okay, it would be
glasses.
best
This
if
says
you did
hello.
that.
What am I looking at that for?
What is happening in Chicago? We might be out of the loop, no pun intended, because you know the loop is the downtown Chicago area. By, you know that was accidental. But what is happening in Chicago? We are out of the loop. That's his mouse.
Sing a duet.
You guys, what's happening? What's happening in Chicago? Riots? Does anybody get on? PJ, let's introduce our first and only guest. We don't have a lot of time on this show or any show. Every show is 1.5 hour long. I want to get to the nitty gritty with my very good friend and roommate. I have 2 roommates, my son and this fella here, PJ Rayner. Please grace us with your presence.
How goes it?
How is it going?
Everything's going well.
I love you. Let me give you a little hug. How you doing? So, were you able to look online and look on the news and see what's going on in Chicago?
I can do
I
that.
don't watch that much TV.
God, but I was just saying, what's going
No,
on?
I'm on Periscope. I was talking to these people.
I still have America Online. I could figure that out.
You guys need to tighten up your shot. Look at, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, move over, Greg. Move over towards him. Look at.
Towards him?
Well, look at the
Come on,
TV.
everybody.
Oh my God.
It's good.
TJ,
Nice, right?
Yeah. No,
what are we gonna do?
Now we look like we're leaving Andy alone to have his own little.
That's what he
space on
wants,
the
though. I
couch.
think that's
Well, I want you to look at me though.
He looks kind of like a priest from here. And
He's definitely not a priest. He has no qualifications to be a priest. Maybe with the shirt.
Somebody said we need a better cameraman. Well, you should rephrase that. We need a cameraman because all of our cameras are standing alone
hell's
by
going on?
themselves.
Yeah.
Just so you
We don't
know.
have a cameraman.
Oh, okay. I just need
So
to
you know.
sit
Okay,
back.
what's the question?
That's
Yeah.
it.
Liren Shoshan, 1986. What's the question? Will I have any comedian guests? Yes, I will. I'm going to have Jeff Richards on soon. He's a very good friend of mine. And that show that you're talking about, Celebrity House Hunter, I mean, they got the celebrity part right, but that's even questionable at this point. But we kind of faked it all out. All those reality shows are fake. You know that, right? I have some news I want to tell you guys, but it's off the air.
So then maybe because we're on the air, it would be a
I
good
shouldn't
idea
have
not
brought
to.
it up.
Yeah.
I do like to tease
Just a
people,
thing
though.
like maybe that might contribute to not
Big
going up.
prick tease. I'm a prick tease. Prick tease.
You got to follow up with someone.
Prick
right now.
So what else is new?
That's my question to you because you're the guest.
All right, so for me,
You didn't get to eat the gluten-free pancakes that I brought home last night?
I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning thinking, I can't believe you didn't wake me up, or you didn't come home to bring me the gluten-free.
I did, and I went in your room.
Oh,
You were asleep with your dick in your hand,
Typical.
that sounds like.
as usual.
But I did wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
So you did eat them.
And ate 2 of them.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. Jacob was.
Aren't they
still up.
good? Oh my god.
So good.
How do you? They're like. You know how when pudding gets a little hard and it's like chewy?
Yeah.
You mean like when it's
like
been
that.
opened?
They're like pancake puddings.
Why would you eat pudding that's been out for
It's
at
like
all?
that pudding.
What are you
that's
doing
just
in your
been-
spare time?
It's just
It's
like
the top of the
pudding.
pudding.
The
It's just
top of the
pudding? It's not just
It's like the
pudding.
top of the pudding, but real thick, as
No,
thick as a pancake.
they are
It's
so
like
good.
chewy.
It's like the
pudding.
floor of a sherry.
It's chewy
You
pudding.
put lots of butter and
douchey.
drench it in butter,
So good.
and then throw some of that.
Maple syrup.
Yeah.
So good. They're from Swingers, which we might go to tonight. I might just go ahead and take you guys all out for putting up with
pudding shit.
not
and
eating.
they-
First of all,
You think we'll have some
we're
of
not
that?
kidding around. None of us have eaten one thing, and it's almost 11 o'clock at
Oh.
night. Oh, not you. Yeah. PJ, that's all he does is eat.
Not really. I've lost some weight, but I had bulletproof sliders.
What?
Delicious.
Sla-
When did you go to Bulletproof and were you with
Been in-
Dylan?
No, I've been in Venice and Santa Monica all day waiting on my car to get done.
Bulletproof.
So
we
I
went
went to
there.
Bulletproof.
Waiting for his car to get done. What do you guys think of this? He went to take his car in to get the windows tinted.
And it's not because I want to be gangster
What is it?
or
Why?
anything. It's
Who would do
because
that?
it's an all black car with black interior. I've had it for a few months, and I've been debating, because it's nice to be a little darker in there and not so hot. So after I had to spend $1,000 on an oil leak, I figured, what the hell?
Spend a couple
another
thousand, yeah.
It was $100 to get all my windows tinted.
Did
And-
they just put a piece of plastic on
100
Yeah.
American dollars?
But let me just tell you, yes.
Holy shit.
And it literally looks very slick. So
Do you
I don't
keep-
care about the looks.
Do you do like the lower thing where it's just like eye level and you can look out and just like only make
So
like
I haven't done that yet because I can't roll my windows down. But
what?
we are in Southern California. They
You can't roll them
call
down?
it sunny California for nothing. It's sunny like every day
Wait, so you laminated your windows, you can't lower them now?
for 24 hours.
Oh, it's like when you get your eyes zapped with
Yeah.
lasers and shit, you can't look.
We're talking about the fact that PJ got his windows tinted. He says not to be gangster, but when somebody says something like this, that's exactly why you did it.
I don't
did
really
it to be
care about that. I've never
Yes,
bought a
that's
pair-
the only thing you care
Was
about.
it called
I've
gangster
never-
You're
package?
trying to make your car look cooler.
It does look cooler,
Okay,
coincidentally.
then. Oh,
But
accidentally.
the thing about it is,
Oh, whoops.
I've
look, it
never.
looks cooler.
I'm 36 years old. I've had a lot of cars. I've
Good
never
job,
gotten-
PJ. Dumbass. That's what they said.
So check this out. I've had a lot of cars. Never in my life have I tinted the windows. Never have I lived in Southern California either. Never have I bought a pair of rims or exhaust. Like, I'm just not that kind of person.
I have one rim
But
for
then
you.
Fast and the Furious came out.
Do you want to?
No.
Do you want to see my Pacific rim?
I've seen
You've
it,
seen
Andy.
it. I knew you were going to say that. I walked in on you this morning. Minty tea, Indians, boom, boom. That's all we're going to say.
That's all I can say. P's and Q's.
Yep.
But so yeah, I did that, and then the really bad part about it is,
Yes.
I'm not even gonna go into it.
Okay, good, because I want to address something. Yes, I am very happy that I went to New York
It is really good right now.
and was at Ben Stiller's 50th birthday. It was hard for me.
$100.
I went alone. It was a big test of my sobriety, my strength, and I did it. I made it. I came back in one piece, and I didn't drink. And if you're just tuning in for the very first time, which most of you are, because once you tune in once, you don't come back.
One and
But
done.
I am in day 3 of year 2 of my sobriety. And everybody else here is so. Oh, you know what? I just realized you're also not sober. That's weird that I thought you were in the earlier show. So now I have to have a retraction about with the earlier show because I said that you're the only one that made it into this the dark
Are you really sober?
annals of.
All the way?
No, he's
No,
not.
no, no, God,
he's
no.
not.
No, not God.
He's
no,
the only
but
one
like-
that made it past the security check, but now
Yeah, I was gonna say.
also TJ. Both of them are just normies.
So you smoke some weed, don't you?
Yeah.
That's about it. What about you?
No, they drink. they do
I'm pretty
all-
light. I'm pretty light.
What
on,
about
on
cocaine?
everything. Cocaine?
He looks like he might do a couple gaggers here and there.
How did you say it? Cocaine?
Yeah,
Oh, whoops.
that was really nice.
Yeah, but
That was the Eric
okay.
Clapton song.
No, it wasn't. It was like it.
Who's
It
that?
was very
I
similar.
read simple language. I know the legal language.
That was kind of close to that thing in the beginning you did where you were like,
Oh, I think what he's saying is you're allowed to play like four
You
notes.
can't finish a phrase.
Yeah. Dun dun dun.
oh,
That's
that's really
about it.
uncomfortable though.
That's good. Yeah. What
yeah.
happened? What we're talking about is our first two test shows that went. If you think this is shitty, the first two we did 2 hours, 2.5. I think one of them maybe 3 hours, and we were just playing all kinds of music. We were putting on videos, Peter Gabriel's Sledgehammer, and just having fun. By the way, maybe that will spice it up, TJ. Start having some of those weird effects like you did. Let's just do that. We only have 14 minutes left in this show. So from this point on, I'm going to let TJ kind of take over as a character and just go nuts with, find a new effect in that machine. We spent like $2,000 on this little box so we can go live onto YouTube, and we don't really use it to
It does
us.
so much stuff.
Yeah, we'll figure it.
Technology is really something these days, isn't it?
Isn't
Oh,
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something.
I'm
Can I
into
throw a
it.
little musical tidbit in there about cocaine?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do
I
you
love
know that that song was not written by Eric Clapton, right?
it. Tell me more.
The guy who wrote that song, named J.J. Cale, you ever heard of him? Mm-hmm.
No, I mean I don't.
He basically is a songwriter who's written a lot of songs that other people made famous, but he's super talented. He did
Okay.
Call
Yeah,
Me
Jay
the
Bell.
Breeze by Call Me the Breeze by Leonard Skinner.
I don't know that
Couple
one.
others, huh?
How does that one go? None, actually, I don't think you know.
Bobby might not.
The second you even hum that thing, YouTube will shut us down.
He's a good musician as well.
Seriously.
No, that's not it for sure. So Andy, you know what people always ask me every time I get on this thing?
Yeah.
When did you meet Andy? Did you know him before sobriety? How'd you guys meet? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You think it's interesting enough to talk about?
Yes. You can talk about anything.
So, you can ask me. How does
Well, then no,
so-
you just asked
I'm just
yourself.
kidding.
No. Can I ask him though? I gotta feel a
I think
little
it would
bit
mean
like
a
I'm
lot
doing
more
something.
If, Greta.
If I had a purpose.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Hey, so PJ.
What's up, man?
Good. How are you doing?
Good, shoot.
You look good, by the way.
You look like you want to ask me something.
I do. You're absolutely right. So how did you meet Andy? What was the whole beginning of this whole
Well,
thing?
If you want to get personal right now.
I do.
It's a long story that goes before it, but I got here and moved to Southern California to join this coalition of sobriety called SOBA. And I moved into, I didn't have to detox because I was already sober, kind of. So I didn't have to go to detox. I went straight to the PHP house. And who do you know, when I woke up in the morning, this guy was up making all kinds of noise with his blender, like with a bunch of grains and such.
Vitamix. Yeah.
Making some weird shake. And I knew, I recognized him. And that's basically how it all started. Well, we met there, and then we just became friends, I guess, and hung out a little bit, watched TV, and went to meetings and stuff like that. Then I started getting into this nutrition deal.
Hard not to.
I was kind of interested.
Yeah.
He
He puts
because he looks
cyanide
good, he looks
seeds in
really
those,
good
by
for
the way.
60, you know.
Fuck you.
So I just figured, man, I mean, when I'm 60, I want to look like that. So,
It's not 65.
I mean, look at his. Did you see the shirt?
Which one?
Why don't you tell them a little
okay.
bit about you, since you're the guest?
Oh, you want to know?
I wouldn't mind talking about. Hang on, I'm busy blocking people, but
I was talking about me and how I met you and how.
Yeah, but
How do
they
you-
don't care about
how
you
about
and
this?
I. We
How
live
is it- how
together.
is it to
That'll
live?
unfold. Tell us about your wife. Tell us about your daughter.
Oh, you want to go there?
Get into it.
Dive into the depths.
All right, this is deep.
Put my apple down for this.
So yeah, one of the worst things that ever happened to me, and best things that ever happened to me, was meeting a girl in a treatment center when I was 18 years old. 18 in North
Hi,
Carolina.
Moscow.
So I met her there. I'm gonna shorten up the story a little bit, but I met her there.
Yeah, you have like 8 minutes.
We went through the treatment together. As soon as we got out, we thought it'd be a good idea that we were really attracted to each other. We'd get high together. Duh, you know. So we got high together. Ended up having a child together very shortly after we got together. Of course, we were doing drugs and blah blah blah. Long story short, she had a baby, and we were really messed up in our ways and knew we couldn't raise a child. So instead of keeping the child, which I feel like would have been the selfish thing to do, and no career, anything, 18 years old, she was like 20, we gave her up for adoption. Opened adoption, which means that you are a part of that child's life.
Hi, Meg. My daughter's saying hi,
And,
speaking of
hey, Meg.
children.
And
Hi, Maggie.
so be a part of her life, and like I babysat her when she was young. We gave her to a family. It was the hardest thing I ever did.
Yeah.
Never be able to do it again. But then Jenny, when Rose was 9, my daughter, she passed away from a drug overdose. So pretty heavy. It's not a very comical story.
Yeah, but you're going to see your daughter.
I'm going to
Tomorrow.
see my daughter. She lives in San Diego now with her
They
adopted family.
kind of keep you away from her. What's up with that?
Not so much. I don't think they're trying to keep me away from her. They just want to make sure. 'Cause
tricky.
I've been in and out of sobriety, and I've probably made some bad judgment calls with things I may have told her, all with a good heart. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to hurt her.
These people on Periscope are really listening.
But
I don't know if you can see what they're saying, but
But
I really like
I
your
love her,
story.
and she loves me. We have a great relationship, but I don't know.
it's a delicate situation. When
Very
I was
delicate.
adopted in 1965, by the way, when
No, it
I'm going to be
wasn't.
50. Well,
Wait, I
it was a
adopted you
closed
last-
adoption. That's
Yeah.
how they did it back then.
And what does everyone do with a closed adoption? They always, at some point, look for their real parents, right?
I did
Well, of course, everyone.
when I
does.
was 40.
I didn't want that to be an issue, so that's why I did the opened adoption
Oh shit.
and wanted to be a part of her life. If it was the other way around, we decided we weren't going to do it if we couldn't keep in touch with her.
Right.
And we figured this was mine and Jenny's philosophy was the more people that love her, the better. So,
Yeah. That's
but
great.
yeah, so I'm hanging out with her for Thanksgiving. I'm still a part of her life, but she's going to be 16. So she is doing some things that, she's a little confused about her identity and stuff like that. So
It is the
maybe
season.
I confuse her a little bit in a way, even without doing it on purpose. So I just go by what her parents said. They're very good people, smart, successful, and they love her. And there's no book you can read about parenting. Nobody's perfect. My parents weren't perfect. I'm sure your parents weren't perfect, and I doubt your parents are perfect. Obviously, your parents weren't perfect. But
I completely agree with you.
but anyway,
TJ and I are pretty good parents to Andy because we actually adopted him last week.
Yes, they are my two dads.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
and that's a true story, by the way.
Yeah, it actually did happen. You can check the records for it.
Yes, I have been adopted by TJ and Greta. Actually, wouldn't TJ be my dad and
I
Greta
think
you're
I
my
did the right
mom?
thing.
Can we just reverse that?
You're my, but you're Greta.
I don't have to be.
Pamela, you tell us what your GoFundMe is about, and we would talk about that.
For anybody that is watching this through YouTube, probably not. Because Andy's just, we're looking down at people that are giving comments via Periscope. That hasn't been.
We're gonna
talked about.
work the Kinks out, and the Kinks are gonna be here, the band,
Right,
in like
right.
2 or 3 weeks. But
Of course.
while we iron out the wrinkles, one of the things we got to do is be able to read the comments coming into YouTube. Are there any? TJ? Let's look at TJ. Let's get that shot up and running. Such a neat shot.
He's a good-looking guy.
Yeah. And are you doing some nice fades and weird cross bullshit things?
For sure, yeah.
Okay, good.
Sorry about not giving you the apple, man.
It's all good.
So,
Talent needs the apple.
can you see the comments from the
right.
YouTube people? Oh, you can't see them up there on your thing?
I'll try and look.
They're on the right side, I
Yeah,
believe.
see, PJ is my roommate sitting next to me, and TJ is the guy manning all the cameras. What's your question, Sir Politina? Politina?
Pauline?
Okay. Man, this show even felt like it was longer.
Did we not go longer? This feels like
PJ, who did you say passed at 9? What?
Oh, when my daughter was 9, the mother of my daughter, the birth mother, she passed away from an overdose. So,
That's harsh.
yeah, we were together a long time.
Sorry, man.
But I learned a lot from that situation.
Okay, Lulu.
Like how to live with this guy?
Yeah,
That must be pretty difficult.
yeah, it is.
He yells at you for just like
All kinds of
waking
stuff.
up in the morning and like brushing
Falling
your teeth.
asleep with my dick in my hand is like an
There's nothing wrong with that, by the way.
There's nothing wrong with that. We
I
all do.
sleep with my dick in my hand most of the time. It's
You
like
really do.
It's like a comforting feeling.
Yeah, but look.
I've got 3 kids. One of my kids is watching.
Which one?
Well, while we're talking,
Meg.
what's great now that we're talking
7,000
about
people. Well, I had at one time. They were asking.
the whole dick though thing, with that dick in the hand. It's
Yeah.
kind of like you think about it. You think about like medieval times, like they always held on to their swords, like they always had a shaft in your hand when you
It's
were.
totally fine.
Yeah, that's you want to protect yourself.
Yeah.
It's not the first time he's seen it, and it won't be the last.
Oof. I'm just
I don't
happy I
mind
don't
it.
see it.
I'm sure you don't.
Not like that.
That's why I'm
Where is everybody?
very happy to live
Oh shit.
hours away.
I screenshotted your GoFundMe, Pamela. We're gonna check it out and maybe
Thank you.
talk about it on a future show once I figure out what it's all about. Once we talk about it.
Wait. What?
She wants us to share her GoFundMe, but we don't know
You
what
can
it's
say
for.
it. Oh, what is it for?
I have no idea.
That's something you gotta be careful.
Wow, that thing just did a flip.
Holy shit.
That was weird.
How'd you do that?
It was accidental.
Oh.
a lot
Who's
of
high pitch? We don't know what that is.
You know, some of my friends actually, 2 of my very good friends, released some music today.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. They're called Caravella. So you guys check that out. It's a little plug action right now.
It's a band called Carabelle?
Yeah. C-A.
Where are they performing?
Well, they're in New York right now, but they're going to be coming out to the West, I believe, in January. But it's Caravella.
See, that's why I want this
And they're awesome.
to be able to
So
be
check
mobile.
it out, please. They're awesome.
Well, I want to be able to pack these cameras up, take them to the club.
I've already asked him about that. Remember the other day I was like, how can we do this where we actually go mobile?
We just need like good talent in front of the camera, and unfortunately, we're still yet to find like a good host for this show. So I think that like we're working on it. But have you found
testing
anyone
out.
yet?
We're testing people out. So far, it's just me. We're going to have a great Thanksgiving. I think we're going to be doing shows, if that's okay.
I won't be here.
Oh, and no one's going to be here. You're not going to be here.
No, I'm gonna be hunting.
You're not going to be here. TJ, are you going to be in town?
No.
You'd almost
Bobby? Do you want to hang out?
you'd almost be crazy not to go for the Soba Thanksgiving. Like they're going to have
I always go.
Is it gonna be like Neverland?
I'm going to 3 different
You know what I mean? Like,
Thanksgivings.
Full
dude.
no food on the table.
Thank you,
The
Hilland.
food is
I'm going to
ridiculous.
Greg's house. I'm going to PhD.
The hell you are?
And I'm Greg Hanley.
Oh, right.
And I'm going
Good man.
to Russell Peters. He's a very famous Indian comic. He has a mansion down the street.
Very funny
I'm going to
guy.
be going to that. That's what I was kind of saving as a surprise for you, but I forgot you're not going to be
I
here.
really wish I
On
would.
that note, I do hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving, but we will do another show before Thanksgiving, maybe. We never know what we're doing. Right, PJ? Thanks for being my guest.
Thanks.
Greta, you know I love you. I love you too, Bobby.
Don't
and
get
the
too close
great
with
Bobby
that,
Jones Orchestra. TJ, thank you so much. And on that note, sayonara!